Google Classroom.
So just on top you have to click on classwork.
Okay, wait, I'll stop and again do it. Wait. It is little laggy right now. Sir, when I open the unit test form, when I see it says that the form unit test is no longer accepting response. Try contacting the owner of the form if you think this is a mistake. And I clicked in see previous responses, and it shows the answers and the majority what they have done. But in the subjective, it does not show anything on me.
Okay, so exactly what you told was a very good thing. Okay, let me explain to others also while they're presenting. I've stopped accepting response means after your test is over, the response will not be accepted by the Google form. Okay, normally that will be there. So you don't think I will submit it after the test time, doing some open book test. Never think of that. It might be closed anytime, and now it's already totally closed. Okay, and at the same time, you cannot give the second response at all most of the time during the test. Maybe in class work you might be able to give in peer assessment multiple response because you have to do peer assessment of all your 5 members. Then multiple response might be allowed. Is that clear? If not, only one response will be allowed. That is from your own school email only. If you use another email also, it will not open. And school email only once is going to accept. So that's why that has been already disabled, and it will not accept any more response. And next part which Ivan told was very good. So like he told, it is saying that to see the responses. Yes or no? So that's where you can find your answers where you made mistake. In case of subjective.
Sir, but in this subjective, I open it. It shows the majority of the answer, and it shows how much percent and how many people have picked what answers. But in the subjective, it does not show.
So yes, to show you like how many got correct, how many got mistakes, so it would be enjoyable for you to see also. So that's why I just turned that on also. I could disable it. Okay, I wanted you to see what your answers are coming from your friends also. Is that clear? So that you will know somewhere of your level, somewhere better than your level also. But not for that, but just to let you know this what kind of confusion is there at all. It means those questions were not difficult. Some of them found it easy. Okay, if no one else answered, then only that question was useless for the teacher to set. If no one could answer, okay. So you can see at least few of them could answer, and teacher's aim is also not to make it too easy also. Okay, that everyone answers all of them and gets 100 out of 100 there also. Then sometimes some organizations head will say, why is the question too easy? Did you give the answers before? That can be also asked, isn't it? When you give the answers before, then normally everyone will get full marks also. Okay, so right now it really evaluates like who really studied well. Okay, who was presenting anything? Like Ivan, can you show your screen and show exactly?
Sir, can I show my screen because even I'm.
Okay, someone. Okay, Isana, if you're fast, then you show your screen. Okay, we want to begin. We want to continue our next topic.
Sir, it is so easy. You don't have to open the classroom only. You just go to Gmail and search Sushil Silwal, and it will come unit test release, and we can connect that.
Okay, see the marks are written there in subjective, but go upwards, Isana.
Sir, but like my point 5 is detected over only, and I can't even open the images to see my mistake.
You cannot open the image. If you click, what happens?
No, sir, if I click, nothing happens.
Okay, in that case, if you just
Ishana, right click on that image. Ishana, right click on that image. Ishana. I know. Right click on that image and it will come open in new tab. Then you can open.
Do that once, Istana. In my it comes, okay, but in your case, I cannot see from student's perspective right now. From
I
my
did
perspective, it opens
right
like what
click.
on your board.
Right or left click, I think so, because I've done it like that only.
Do it right click,
Right click. It's showing open image in new tab.
open it now.
Yeah, press on that and it will come in new tab.
Okay, did
It
you all
is
understand?
like this only.
Yes, sir, I got it now. But in mine it comes. I don't know why it is not.
What happened in Istana's like? Can you share your entire screen while doing it? If you share your tab only, it will be confusing for the teacher to explain.
Okay, sir.
Always try to show more or less entire screen.
I can also not open it.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to work out. Okay.
Sir, see, I've only got mistake in this one and I got.
Ishana, just wait. Okay. All of you, did you get the answers of multiple choice? Yes, right?
No, sir.
No. This multiple
Yes, sir.
choice, you will be able
Yes,
to
sir.
you got full marks. Okay. So more or less, you can see she doesn't need to do any correction at all. Actually, we are just teaching others. From my perspective, when I saw her marks, she doesn't have to do any correction at all. Okay. For zero point 0.5 in subjective, just ignore it. I told.
Okay, sir.
But thank you for showing so that others know you can see the marks. Okay.
Sir, so can I just turning like that only?
Yeah. If you see in each question, it's just 0 0.5 only has been deducted. Just ignore that. If it is 5 marks question, okay. In five marks, you're just deducted with 0 0.5. Just leave it. Means like if you get below 60%, then only do the correction. Means if it is 6 marks question and you got only, like let's say it is 10 marks question, you got 5, then do the correction. If it is 5 marks question, you got just 2, then do the correction. Out of 5, you're getting
Sir,
4.5.
so in 12, how much if we get, do we have to get do correction?
That's what I told. Okay, normally just think about 50 to 60% below, then just do the correction. Okay,
Sir, so in
out of full marks,
how much percent do we have to
I mean,
correct?
if that question was worth, let's say 5 marks, okay, and then you got below 3, do the correction. If you got 4.5, just ignore it. Is that clear? But if you get normally below 60%, normally it's 50, but I just want you to do better. That's why I told 60%. Is that clear? Because I want you to be improving on that. That's why I kept that. School will say 50%. That's why I told 60%. Okay.
Sir, so I just turned it like that because I didn't had any wrong.
Yeah, yeah, maybe just write it over there, your marks that you got, and then just write down how much you got, and then that will be enough for me to understand. Saying, sir, this is the reason you didn't do it, because as I told. Is that clear? That much is enough. Okay, now let's continue. All of you see the screen. So I think you can do the correction now. Did you all see that? Don't worry if you do little extra work, it's not a pain also, okay? If you're confused what to do, what not to do, better thing is to do it. If you don't know what is the exact score there, then just do off all of them. If you see in subjective, out of 12, you got below 6, and you're not able to identify at all, then just more or less do them all. Is that clear? If not, if you can, but I think exactly
Yes.
you can see it to some extent also. If you go to, if you use Kami extension, you can see it. Okay, I will show you on my screen.
Okay, sir.
Exactly a window. Just wait. This is 6 Vega, right? Okay. So exactly on my screen, if you see, I can tell, but I cannot be telling you one by one. If I start telling you one by one, then you know how much pain I will have. Okay. So for that reason, I cannot be saying one by one. No, no, just wait. Yeah, just look here. Okay. I will show you here. In my, I can see unit test. What happened? Okay, first unit test OBT. If we go here and then instructions, Google Forms. Okay, can you, are you seeing the screen? Okay, yes, right.
Yes, yes.
So if you see previous responses, then you will see a response. But in my case, I am the editor here. Okay, so I am getting editing responses all 51.
Okay, sir.
So
Sir,
that's
so
why
if we go in Gmail and open, we can see our marks and all. But if we go open from Google Classroom, we can see of the majority and all.
yeah. So here, okay, here if you see the responses, let's say I will open itself of one student, that is, let's say, individual, let's say Isana's itself. Where is Isana's here? Because I want to open those specially. Okay, now, right, if you just click it here, did you see a file being opened now? Yes or no? And next one also, if you I click, did you see a file being opened? Yes or no? Now, if I just zoom this, you cannot see the marks. But open and annotate with Kami. Open or annotate with Kami, and I can close this. I can close this. Did you see the marks? Did you see our marks?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, the marks are coming. If you keep it in one page like this, I told you it will be very easy for me. I can just move left, right, and just copy, check it quickly. And I told you that's why it's always send me in one PDF even. If you add a PDF, it would be even much more easier to me. Okay, so I cannot be showing this one by one to you. If you use that Kami extension, if you open it, then you will see your marks also, how much you got over there. I don't know which link I am showing you right now. Okay, just wait. There are too many. Who is that? R1 is there of grade 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, I might have opened because when you guys were doing something, I was just trying to see the fill the attendance very quickly for the first time today. Okay, thinking why not do multitasking at times. Okay, now because there are so many pending works. Okay, are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
So you can see I'll be been correcting it more or less like your paper itself. If you only use that Kami extension, you will see those most of the corrections there where you made mistakes. Is that clear? And I taught you how to install that extension also, isn't it? And that extension will not work. That extension will just work for 3 months only. It's going to work only for 3 months for me also. After that, it will ask for money and I will not be using, I think. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's close this one up. Then I'll see if another thing works. For now, I'm using that. I'm not trying to, that's why I didn't force so much for you to use that, because it's itself like 3 months trial version. And then again, it will ask for some dollars there. Okay. Now let's continue with our topic, 6 Vega. You can see on the screen. So our last assignment, was based on correction, also self-assessment, peer assessment. So I think we have done all of them. The local level business. So we have finished with. So we have finished with our topic. So regarding the presentation of the next thing that you have been doing the research, we will not be waiting too much for that, because that's not so much important. If you have finished it and you want to present, I'll allow you to immediately present. If not, you can just submit it only also. So if you are interested to present, also I will allow you. Or if you are already ready, also I might give you extra credit if you're already ready. Anyone ready to present itself today? No, right? So if not ready, let's go to our book. You have to do that assignment, but I'm not going to give so much time for that in presentation because that is not so much important to us for our grade level right now. Is that clear? Means like we don't want to take so much time on that because like those things won't come from exam perspective directly. It's just for you to learn research skill and know more about that topic. Is that clear? Okay, so I'm not giving priority to it. Means it's you have to do it, but presentation you don't have to do. Okay, just submit it. Okay, now all of you go to page number 19.
Sir, we can do
Okay,
presentation.
sir.
Okay, so there will be no presentation for that. Is that clear? Every time if we do presentation, can you see the thickness of the book? How much it is? We have to work on that. Okay.
Yes, sir, we have just completed unit 1. We have not started
Yeah,
unit 2
that's what
still.
fully it means we have to focus more on what is more important. Okay, now all of you go to unit 2, page number 19.
It's employment.
Yeah. Okay, let me stop this presentation. Okay, employment. So in this topic, all of you turn on your camera and look at your book also. Let's just use it to some extent today. Although we are not going every time line by line, but sometimes we will use them also. Okay. So that you know how to use the book as well. Okay, page number 19, employment. That is the, before we go to page number 19, employment, you can see on unit 2, what is unit 2 about? On left side, page number 18. Before we move further into that, further topic into the lesson, we have to know what that unit is about. First unit was totally about vocational education. Okay, so lesson 1, 2, and 3 should be able to explain you more about vocational education as well. So that is what it should be covering. But sometimes the topics are written more or less in like so random that it makes like whatever is the knowledge there is fine, but the order is not at times in organized way. Okay. Okay, unit 2, employment, education, and training. So in unit 2 we will be knowing about more or less with employment, what is employment. The next one we'll know about training, and third one about second one about education, and third one about training. So this is the main things under that topic of unit 2, employment, education, and training. So that is what you'll be learning in grade 6. And when you go to grade 7 also, similar type of things in employment, education, and training. Same lesson is there. You'll be learning about regional and national employment in grade 7, general and vocational training, and institution involved in technical education and vocational training. So same unit will also come in grade 7 and grade 8. Is that clear? More or less, most of the units name are same, but the lessons are different. Is that clear? So that's why we don't want to go too much out of the book saying it is out of the book. When we go out of the book, sometimes it will be just great. I mean to say, when we go out of the book, let's go out of the book, but with the same objective as it is written in the lesson. Okay? Because in grade 7, there will be another objective. If we try to go out of the objective, it might be of grade 7 and even grade 8. So why skip ABCD and directly try to learn apple? If you know ABCD well, then maybe you'll be able to write those words well, right? So that's why we have to go more or less serially. Is that clear? But the objective will remain the same, but the way of learning things will be only different. Okay, that's what I have a belief for now based on present curriculum. Okay, that's why we don't want to say out of the book. Okay, out of the box, and creativity is always welcomed. Okay, let's always try to do out of the box in a creative way, but not out of the book also we can do, but with the same objective. Okay, so right now also we are doing the same for grade 7. It is out of the book, but with the same objective. For even for to some extent grade 8 also. With the same objective, we are not using the book directly, but the objective, we are using the objective. So here now in lesson 1, employment, Our learning objectives are, at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to say the concept of employment. First one. So I'm not telling that always. You have to always see this objective. By the end of this lesson, whatever is written in the objective, that you should be understanding mainly. Not the question answers at the end of the book only. Is that clear? That's not our main objective. That's just those exercises are kept to make sure our learning objectives are met. Ishana, Aslesa, Ane, Adipta, Ivan, Parth, Unav, Sailesh, Rajiv, Aditi, I cannot see you.
Sir, when I on my camera, the webcam of my laptop also turns bright, but I don't know. The icon remains, the my logo remains, but my video doesn't come.
Sir, now can you see me?
Yes, Aslesa. Still Parth, Unav, I cannot see you.
Sir, when I on my camera, it automatically offs. I on and the logo also on, and then again it offs. You can check. I'll share my screen also if you want.
Okay, no need to screen. Just leave it for now. I'll just be noting. Later on, we'll talk during the remedial times also. At times, okay. The individual problem, let's meet either in remedial time or after the remedial time. Okay, especially two personal after the remedial when you continue the remedial. Okay, when it's a whole group's problem, then during the remedial also. Okay, now in this time, I told you let us always continue with the course. Okay, so learning objectives, its first one is to say the concept of employment. We have to understand what is employment. Second one, state the importance and types of employment. Means we have to know why is employment important and what are the different types of employment. And third one, we have to explain the relationship between education, training, and employment. So we have to show the connection between what is the connection between and education or training and employment. And finally, the fourth objective is importance and types of training. So you can see first part is about employment, second part is more about, first two objectives are about employment, and second, third and fourth are about training. So that's how the objectives have been written. So with these objectives, we have to study now. You don't have to use the book. Main objective has to be same. Is that clear? It's not compulsory to use the book, but we can learn it from any where, any place. So before we begin, I want you to write down what do you know about them as a prior knowledge. Are you clear? So since there are four topics there, I want to go serially for now. Okay, because if we see all of them, it will be all in random order. So you can keep it in your uh, computer itself or laptop also, or after that you can directly keep it in the chat here also. But I will give you one Excel sheet here where you will have to copy and paste them in order after some time. Is that clear? So start thinking about the first objective. What do you know about employment? Please write it down. What do you know about employment? Then second one, then third one, then fourth one will go serially. You just have it in the.
Sir, what do we know about employment? We need to write for one point.
Yes, just write it in your computer. If you're using computer, if you're using mobile, just keep it in directly in the chat for now. Is that clear? Because there's no place to save it for now. If you have a computer or laptop, it gets saved easily. Just be saving, and when I say to post it. I'll tell you where to post, okay? In serial order. For now, just keep them in order, because if you all post it in randomly, then your friends will get confused who is writing what answer of what question. Is that clear? Okay, before we start, just checking your prior knowledge, okay? Without me even saying anything, it's a tuning in. What do you know about the topic? Although I'm not been showing on the screen, I have the plan written to some extent here in PowerPoint, but I will show them later on, okay? In what way we're following them. Because it's been long that you need to do some critical thinking exercise, okay? Brainstorming also. Not listen, okay? Totally listening. So just have an exercise for the brain. Okay, please start writing. I will give you a link within a few minutes where you'll be writing about each of them, where you'll have to paste it, okay? Main thing is that Excel sheet also, but don't depend on the Excel sheet. That Excel sheet also might be deleted by anyone else. So you always need to have your own backup. Are you clear? That is just like a blackboard or a whiteboard where you're just writing for some time. Sometimes it can be erased anytime by anyone also. Sometimes it's intentionally, sometimes it's accidentally. Are you clear? You understand what I mean? Okay, because that can, anyone can edit it. It means anyone can. Some might do it intentionally also. Some might do anything. So always keep a backup yourself. Even if they delete it, just paste it when the teacher says. Because after you paste, then teacher can just download it and keep a copy. Okay, is that clear? Okay, now please start writing about all those four objectives turn by turn, what you know about that topic. We're taking all four of them right now because we'll be doing research of all four of them also, more or less at the same time.
Sir, we need to read this, yes?
No, I will give you one link to post there. Just wait, okay?
What, for what posting? What do we need to post?
What you know about that topic of all those four objectives.
Which four objectives, sir?
Go to page number 19. Can you see there are four objectives at the top? Say the concept of employment, state the importance and types of employment, explain the
Yes.
relationship. So based on those four objectives, I want you to write. Okay, this is
How much?
how much you know for some time, but you have to finish all four of them. But don't look at the book while writing. Okay, this is 6 Vega. Is it
Sir,
Vega?
can you repeat what we have to do?
Go to page number 19. Can you see there is learning objectives written there?
Yes, sir.
What do you know about that topic? Write one by one answer to that.
Sir, one line answer.
No, you can write. Point by point, turn by turn. I'm going to give you the link now. But first, paste off first one, okay? And then just keep on going serially. Okay, here is the link. Just keep up the first objective only now. Second objective after some time. Only the first one, okay? Now you can do a second one also.
Sir, it's not giving me editing access.
Are you using school email?
Yes, sir.
Others are did most of you get the editing access?
Sir, I can screen share it, so it was not giving me editing access.
No, is it only you or all of them? If it's all of them, then it's a problem. If only one person, then it's you must be using different email.
Sir, where is the link?
In the chat box.
In the chat.
Sir, can we write how much lines do we need to write?
No, make sure you complete all of them. Just write whatever you know quickly. You're not supposed to write anything from the book. Okay, if I see it's written from the book directly, it will not be accepted. It's just to check your prior
Sir,
knowledge. Prior
can you
knowledge.
see like it says to contact the owner or something? Or remove the protection.
Okay, just wait. Okay, then you can see on the screen I have done it. Anyone in this group with this link can edit. So that was the exact thing to skip here. So there. Okay, now I would like you to all post it in all four of them. All the four objectives, there are four top over there. Some of them I've already started writing it. And make sure it's just pasting, okay, rather than writing. If you start writing here and if it gets deleted, I cannot take that responsibility, okay? So please keep a backup yourself.
Sir, it's fixed now.
Okay. You have to know what do you know, and then after that write down what do you want to know and how can you know that. And do not fill the last column. What have we learned? You will fill this only at the last when you finish this lesson only. When I told our lesson is complete, then just come and fill it here. Don't just do a first one, go to second seat also. Can you see here? Second seat. If you see here below, there's first, second, third, and fourth. So based on four objectives, before we begin, we just want to know what you know. But for go serially, okay? Don't jump to any of them. Go turn by turn serially. So this is one of the way to check our prior knowledge, what we know, and you can see what your friends also know. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, now what I want you to do is, since it did finish in the class time and it would not finish also, I want you to continue this at home, so that at home itself, like continue it later on, because like We started in the class itself, and we knew it would take time. So, but are you clear what you're supposed to do? So, what you want to know should also be more or less based on here. Okay, I will just explain you and we'll end it. Like you can see, if you go here, there's a wrap over here. You can write multiple lines here. You can do numbering. Like let's say Australia can write number one over here. Number one, she knows this thing. Then she can go to next line. Okay, and write down. Let's say number two itself also. Number two. That's how she can be writing. And based on number one, you can also write in serial order. If you know employment is a different occupation where people something, then write what you want to know. Also try to relate it based on what you already know. Is that clear? Based on what you know, try to see what you don't know about that.
Ma'am, someone is like doing the.
You can immediately find out who is doing that there. The name will come there. Who is over there in your place? Immediately we can see.
Sir, somebody's editing of everybody's. Yes, sir, somebody's editing of everybody's.
If I see that you are in wrong place, then there will be a consequence. Okay, please don't stay in anyone's place itself. It can be seen from here. Just stay like in where you have written your name, not in other place. And I told you, make a copy yourself and then fill it and keep a backup. Okay, go to file, click download, and then work out, and you can copy and paste it exactly there when we need it during the class time itself immediately also. Keep it one over here and keep one with you itself. Is that clear? So that you don't have to be saying someone is editing also. Does that does that solve the problem to some extent? Okay, please do that. Okay, we'll not waste our time finding who is that. You just make a backup yourself, rather than us investigating who did it. There is just, of course, we will see that immediately also. Like whoever is in others place, I think you can also see who is there in your there. Can you see? I can see. Look here, the name is coming easily. I can see them all. Like if the name doesn't match, means that is the culprit there. Okay, is it clear? Now please continue with that. Do of all the 4 topics, and then I will. Then in the next class we will divide the work for some finding out, for exploring. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let us. I will end the class, but I told you please keep a copy yourself. Okay, first type it in your computer and then only paste it over there. You know copy paste so easily from grade 4 itself, from Microsoft Paint itself. I think if you have been using that, copy paste, Control C, Control V, so easy. Okay, grade 6, the Microsoft Excel you have been using already, I think.
Sir, I have done the 3 the 3 boxes I filled.
Okay, 3 boxes, and go to another objective, importance and types, also relationship. So those are the 4 objectives.